Hello everyone, today we are going to be doing the end of the year book tag, which I usually do in like October or the beginning of October because it's a good like transition into the end of the year type of tag. Obviously I wasn't posting videos at that time, but I will be posting at least one video per week for the rest of the year, so I thought it would be fun to still do this tag, and it's one that I have definitely done in the past. I believe the original tag was created by Ariel Bissett, so I'll put the questions down below, and if I can find her original video, I'll put that down below as well. This is just a fun tag, so I'm excited to get into it. I have all the questions here on my iPad in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. The first question is, are there any books that you have started this year that you still need to finish? And for this, absolutely, I do have one, and that's The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I just started this back. I am enjoying it. The thing is, the first time I read it, I got stuck on one particular part. It's where there's a character that gets introduced. It's gross. Like, the scene just gives all the bad feelings. And that's the part I got stuck on this time as well, but I got past it, and I have continued reading on. I love Joe Abercrombie. He's like one of my favorite authors of all time. You can tell by the shelf right here. I am enjoying it, and I've gotten past that scene now, but it is also a book that I'm trying to read relatively slowly, which this past week, I have been reading so fast, so I've been like skipping over it and reading other stuff, but I will get to it hopefully next week, and hopefully I can finish it next week, but I am loving it. It's just, I started it like way back in like January, February. Like, I got the arc of it from NetGalley, but now obviously the book has been out for several months, so not the best on my part, but I am enjoying it, and I will definitely finish it before the end of the year. So the next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition to you into the end of the year? And for this, I mean, I read a lot of books that are like autumn-like books. I think I'll go with the book that I'm currently reading that gives me these vibes, and that's The Everlasting by Alix Harrow. Harrow, I think, is a great author for like autumnal type of books, and The Everlasting has a little bit of that kind of like high fantasy type vibe, which are the types of books that I generally like to read in December, a little bit in November, December. So I feel like it's kind of like the perfect like transition type of book, and I'm hoping that I can actually finish it today because I'm so close to the end. It's very like the time traveler's wife meets King Arthur, which if you know anything about me, I love time travel books, and I think Alix Harrow does a really good job of writing like these like not whimsical, I wouldn't say whimsical, but like atmospheric like fantasy books, and I'm really enjoying it. This one is a little bit more romantic-y than I was expecting, but I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. Question number 3 is there a new release that you're still waiting for? And absolutely, because The Strength of the Few does not come out till November 13th, and I'm so excited for it. So yes, absolutely still waiting for The Strength of the Few, and I'm gonna have to reread The Will of the Many in anticipation, but I'm okay with that. I will definitely be happy to reread The Will of the Many. Question number 4 is, what books do you want to read before the end of the year? For this, I'm trying not to overlap with some of the other questions because I can easily just say, you know, The Devils, The Strength of the Few, but I'm trying not to overlap any. There are a few books I've seen since like coming back to BookTube and like watching BookTube videos again that I've seen mentioned over and over again that I do really want to try before the end of the year. The first one is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is cozy fantasy. I don't read a whole lot of cozy fantasy, but I feel like this one is like the book that put cozy fantasy onto the map. So I feel like if I could read the one that everyone seems to love, maybe I can get into cozy fantasy. So I got this beautiful edition, by the way. It feels so heavy too. I don't know how a book can be this heavy. Like, it's dense. So this is one that I definitely want to read before the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to read it early on or if I'm going to wait till like Christmassy time, but this feels like a good one for me. Then we have The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgeson. I don't know anything about this book, but I've seen so many people talk about it, and it looks like dark academia to me. I really just got it because I love the cover and how shiny it is, and also it's like a floppy paperback, which I love. So I feel like this is just one of those books that you can dive into and like lose yourself in. I hope that's what it is. This is definitely one that I'm hoping to get to before the end of the year. And the last one on this list for me is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Dinniman. It is a little outside of my comfort zone. It's lit RPG, but it's like been blowing up recently. I feel like I can't watch like 2 videos without at least one person mentioning this book, so I feel like I have to. Like, I feel like it's just calling to me, so this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to be checking out before the end of the year as well, and I'm pretty excited for it. Next is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? And for this one, I'm gonna go with one that's right behind me, and that's Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. This is also dark academia. I feel like so many of the reviews of this are so bad that I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I could be like the opposite opinion, because I tend to like dark academia, and not for the typical reasons people like dark academia. I've also heard that it's like more subtle than her other books, which is generally the issue that I have with all of her books. So I feel like this could potentially be a huge surprise, and I'm really excited for it. I do love R.F. Kuang, by the way. Like, she is one of my favorite newer authors, so I'm really excited for this, but I'm also a little hesitant, but I'm hoping that it absolutely shocks me and I end up loving it. And the last question is, have you started making reading plans for next year? And the answer to that is no. I have not made any reading plans. Like, I'm barely even making reading plans for December, if that makes sense, because I've just found it works a lot better for me, and I'm more likely to actually read if I just don't plan ahead. If I just read like what falls in my lap, I end up loving what I'm currently reading, and I'm not constantly looking forward to the next book, if that makes sense. No reading plans as of right now. I do have a ton of books, obviously, that I want to read, but I'm not letting myself like think ahead, because once I start thinking ahead, I'm not going to be paying attention to the book that is like currently in my hand. Not going to be making any plans. My only main plan for my reading for the next year is that I'm going to post at least one booktube video a week. That is my goal. With this, I think I'm actually ending up posting more than one, but that's okay. More than one is fine, but at least one. So that is all I have for you. As I said, I do plan to post at least one video a week for the rest of the year, so please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to support my channel, and let me know in the comments your answers to these questions. Would love to hear what you guys are planning to read and what you have left to read before the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!